Meanwhile, a new documentary film explores the unending hostilities in the region through the lens of a notorious assassination more than half a century old. New at 10 tonight, Jim Swift tells us about a University of Texas professor whose boyhood experiences put him right in the middle of the whole affair.
At 11 o'clock, I stand hidden in the bushes.
I raise my hand with the gun.
The assassination of Razu Kastner after World War II was a result of a schism that still marks Israeli society more than half a century later. Kastner was a Jewish leader in Hungary who committed the unthinkable act of negotiating with high-ranking Nazis. His aim was to trade money and goods for the lives of Jews.
I was there at the time.
University of Texas chemical engineering professor Adam Heller was just 10 years old when he and what was left of his family were ordered onto a train.
Between March 1944 and the end of June, the Hungarians, with the help of the Germans, physically annihilated 500,000 people. These included my grandparents, my aunt, uncle, cousins, and all of my childhood friends.
Kastner was credited with saving the lives of more than 1,600 Jews who had spent months in a concentration camp before the Germans put them on Kastner's train bound for Switzerland.
I remember the Swiss Red Cross volunteers all having the white caps, the women with the Red Cross on them, with big cans of hot chocolate. And was I drinking it? Was I drinking it?
But critics called Kastner a Nazi collaborator and said he could and should have saved many more.
I regard him as a savior. If there is a hero, he is it.
And to those who say he handpicked the survivors, including the members of his own family, and abandoned hundreds of thousands to death at Auschwitz?
Profound question. There are conditions under which you can save others. There are conditions under which you cannot.
Despite such claims, Kastner was condemned by an Israeli court, then later exonerated. By the time his name was cleared, however, he had been murdered by a zealous right-wing Israeli. The battle over Kastner is depicted in the documentary film Killing Kastner, the Jew who dealt with Nazis. It reveals a battle that is still part of an Israeli identity crisis. Is the nation a powerful state, willing and able to battle its enemies? Or a peace-loving country, willing and able to turn its enemies into friends? Jim Swift, KXAN, Austin News.
After appearing in New York, Florida, Chicago, and Los Angeles, Killing Kastner will open at the Arbor Cinema here in Austin this Friday. And the director, Galen Ross, will answer questions following several performances over the premiere weekend.